What's up, Taiwan? I'm Louise with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's cabinet will put forward a bill that would ban people convicted of certain crimes from running for public office. It's part of a government push to stop organised gangs from influencing local politics. The plan has reignited debate around several councillors suspected of having criminal ties. Stash Butler reports.
This is Xu Xiurui, a city council chief for the opposition Kuomintang. Before he came to office, Xu was known as the boss of a criminal triad and convicted of coercion and kidnapping. He's not the only politician with a criminal background, and a new proposal from Taiwan's cabinet is thrusting their past back into the spotlight. The cabinet's draft bill would ban anyone involved in gang-related crimes from running for office. That includes involvement in organised crime, money laundering, drug-related offences and illegal possession of guns and knives. A ruling party councillor from the same city as Xu says it's time to clean up local politics.
那在这样的情况，国民党还是选择了跟具有黑道背景的候选人合作。那这就代表说，他并不是像朱主席所说的那么的清白。
But the problem of gang involvement in politics goes deeper than just the Kuomintang. In the 80s and 90s, after Taiwan became a democracy, gangs used local politicians from various parties to promote their interests. Cleaning up government since then has been a long and drawn-out process. And Kuomintang chair Eric Zhu says the ruling party should look in its own backyard before throwing accusations at the opposition.
民进党想要用这样子的一个等于乌贼战啊，来抹黑国民党。民进党自己去看一看，他有没有跟国民党一样严格的排黑条款。
Before the recent election, out of 885 local councillors, 136 had criminal records. That's about 15% of the total. Almost half of them were from the opposition Kuomintang, another 35 were independents, and 25 belonged to the ruling Democratic Progressive Party. Not all of them will be banned from office under the cabinet's proposal, but high-profile examples like Xu Xiurui show the government's plan would still have a significant effect on who gets to run Taiwan's local governments. Alex Chen and Stash Butler for TaiwanPlus.
Now on to news that around 300 Taiwanese nationals may still be trapped abroad after falling victim to scammers. That's according to Taiwan's Foreign Ministry. It comes after a months-long push to repatriate people lured to Cambodia and other Southeast Asian countries by lucrative but fake job offers. They were then trapped and forced to work for criminal gangs involved in underground gambling and telecoms fraud. Taiwanese officials are warning people to stay vigilant as countries further ease COVID restrictions and travel becomes easier.
不要落入高薪利诱的工作陷阱啊！尤其现在农历年快要到了哈，不要被朋友一揪呢，就去那些国家，也不先了解清楚去的目的是什么。因为我们发现以往有一些案例呢，都是被自己身边的亲友所出卖的，所以我想出国求职或者出国旅游，还是务必要小心谨慎。
A Taiwanese pastry known as the pineapple cake could soon become the latest Taiwanese product barred from the Chinese market. Jiade, a well-known Taipei shop that exports the cakes, says it won't comply with Chinese requests for more information about its factory and recipes. The requests are part of a new registration procedure China now requires companies to go through to gain access to its market. The firm says its focus will stay on Taiwanese consumers. Close to 2,000 Taiwanese companies have been shut out of the China market this year after Beijing either rejected or failed to process registration paperwork. Recently blocked products include seafood, liquor and beer. Trouble at one of the world's largest bicycle manufacturers, Giant, has triggered a slump in Taiwan's stock market. Giant's share price tumbled by almost 10% on Tuesday to its lowest level in almost a year, following reports that the company had asked its suppliers for payment postponements. Giant is facing supply issues as local and global demand for bicycles goes down post-pandemic. The overall benchmark index for the Taiwan Stock Exchange lost 0.61%, although it did recoup most of those losses by opening on Wednesday. India says its troops were involved in a scuffle with Chinese soldiers along the two countries' disputed border. Indian protesters burned Chinese flags and products on Tuesday in response to the announcement. India's army says Friday's skirmish resulted in minor injuries on both sides. China's foreign ministry has only said that the border situation is, quote, generally stable. The two sides have been trying to de-escalate tensions since a border clash in 2020 killed at least 24 troops. A recycling plant in central Taiwan's Jianghua County is taking toxic waste from the steel industry and converting it into something new and useful. Charlie Storer has more.
If you come in here, keep your face mask on. The dust piled up in this warehouse is highly toxic. A waste product from steel furnaces that contains poisonous heavy metals and dioxins. Those are so-called forever chemicals that take decades to break down and cause severe health issues if they get into the food chain. And yet, until relatively recently, Taiwan's steel industry would simply dump tens of thousands of tons of this electric arc furnace dust every year, with little care for the environment or human health. Waste buried by the sea in northern Taiwan's Hsinchu County has made the area the country's most toxic strip of coastline. The practice is not only unsustainable, but also a waste of good rubbish, because the metals in the dust, like zinc and lead, are valuable if you take the trouble to extract them. And that's why members of the Taiwan Steel Union came together to invest in a facility that could take the dust from their electric arc furnaces and recycle it into useful products. At the Steel Union's recycling plant in central Taiwan's Jianghua County, the toxic dust is placed into this rotary kiln, where it is heated until the dioxins burn away.
从30度慢慢的提升到1300度的过程中，就会把里面的有害物质给破坏。
What comes out the other side is zinc oxide, which has dozens of applications, ranging from rubber and ceramics to food and drugs. Since the plant was set up, close to 17,000 tons of furnace dust has been processed from steel plants in Hsinchu and Jianghua. And the Taiwan Steel Union says dumping is a thing of the past.
在台湾集成灰炼钢厂随处请到，绝对是已经是不可能的事情了。
And that's not all. After the valuable metals have been extracted from the dust, what you have left is a harmless rock-like slag. This can be used as a layer in roads and floors in place of natural gravel. This application for the last remaining leftover means Taiwan's steelmakers, with a little effort, can upcycle 100% of an environmental poison into useful and profitable materials. Leon Lien and Charlie Storer for TaiwanPlus.
The oldest member of Korean pop band BTS has started military service. 30-year-old Jin, with a new shaven head, is the first of the group to do military service. He'll start with 5 weeks training at a camp close to the North Korean border. In South Korea, all able-bodied men must serve at least 18 months in the army, and there are no exceptions for K-pop stars. Fans waited outside the camp, hoping to catch a glimpse of Jin. They were left heartbroken when BTS announced earlier this year they were going on a break. The group is expected to get back together in around 3 years' time, after its 7 members have completed their military service. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of double world champions performing driving tricks in the UK to celebrate their success in 2022. I'm Louise Watt. Take care, and I'll see you next time.